Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Michael Hartley with Action Coach. What needs to pivot in my business, kickstart your day, get you refocused, because business is changing daily right now. Good day, I am Dr. Michael Hartley, a non-medical type of doctor. I operate on business. And today's topic is one that is extremely important for those of you who want to be ridiculously successful. 9 rituals of wealthy people. Another way to say ritual be a habit or a routine. Ritual, we spell it R-I-C-H-U-A-L-S because it's what can make you rich, make you wealthy, make you super ridiculously successful. So we're going to dive into the 9 things that wealthy people do consistently. First one, it's pretty straightforward. Wake up early. No excuses. Wake up early. When you look at the most successful people in the world, they have a morning routine. They're not waking up at 9 o'clock. They're not waking up at 8:30. They're waking up at 6, 7 o'clock, sometimes 4 or 5. They have a consistent routine that they follow every single morning and every single night before they go to bed. So what time do you currently wake up, and is that early enough? Could you be more productive? In fact, what I challenge you with is normally by the time 10:30 hits, I've done more work that day than most people do the rest of the day. You see, it's what we call getting, eat that frog. If you've never read that book on procrastination, go read it. When you get past the biggest hurdle, the biggest thing you may procrastinate on every single day, when you do that first, when you jump into business, the rest of the day becomes super easy, which means that before that, the rest of that morning prior to, you got to get yourself ready. You got to get yourself prepared mentally, physically, all of those kind of things. So wake up early. Focus on what you do want instead of what you don't. Instead of I don't want to gain weight, it's I'm in the process of getting healthy. Too many of us focus on what we actually don't desire to have instead of focusing on what we do. That becomes the second thing. Focus on what you do want. Outline in detail all the things that you honestly want out of life. Create a vision board. Look at it every single day. Mine sits right over here behind my computer. I can see it every single day. And it's filled with things that I desire to have. And guess what? As you get them, remove them and replace them with bigger things that you really want out of life. You only get one life. Why play small? Why in the world, in the life that we are gifted, should we be playing small? Dream big, y'all. Dream massive dreams that you have absolutely no idea how to go get. And then do some learning, to do some planning, to be able to then go accomplish those dreams. So, wake up early. Number 2, focus on what you do desire to have instead of what you don't. Number 3 is going to be read and watch videos that add to your life, not just entertain you. Think about that. How much of your day equaling how much of your week equaling how much of your month, quarter, year are you focused on just entertaining yourself with things versus adding to your life? What would it look like if you dedicated 1 hour a day towards learning on things that you don't just enjoy, learning things that are focused on making you better? Things that you need to improve upon yourself. What does that look like when you are educating yourself every single day on something that you can improve upon as a manager, as a leader, as a business owner, as a human being, whatever that may be? Get up a little earlier, focus on what you do want, and then get out there and start educating yourself on those things that you need to improve upon yourself. Number 4, only focus on getting 1 to 3 things accomplished every single day. So you may get a lot of other things done. That's great. We want to say, okay, what is the 1, 2, or 3 things that I must accomplish? And as long as I get those 1, 2, or 3 things done today, today's a success. What would those be? And every single day, you're just reshifting your focus. Don't focus on getting a million things done. Don't focus on getting 15 things done. Focus on getting 1 to 3 big tasks, major tasks, that move you towards your goals, which then move you towards those things that you desire to have, those dreams in your life that you're going to go rethink about because your dreams may be too small today. You see, I want to go back one moment. If you have a dream of accomplishing something and you already know how to do it, you're just not doing it yet, that's not a dream. That's a to-do item. Dreams require learning to take place so that way you can accomplish it. Then what are the 1 to 3 things that I must focus on today to move me closer towards those dreams, towards those goals, towards those milestones? You see, milestones and goals are big things. When it comes to tasks or things that must be done this month or this quarter, those are commitments. When you drill down back to like the immediate focus, this today, week, month, quarter, those are no longer goals. Those are commitments. You now make a commitment to getting those things accomplished for your business. Number 5, write your action list for tomorrow at the end of every day. So at the end of today, you're outlining those 1 to 3 things for tomorrow. Any people you need to follow up with tomorrow, those get put on your action list today. Any learnings for tomorrow get put on your action list today. Anything that you need to plan out for tomorrow, you do at the end of your work day today. A couple reasons. First and foremost, help you plan a little more properly. You are able to say, okay, here's what I did get accomplished today. Here's what I may not have got accomplished today. How am I reshifting my focus tomorrow to get back up to the standard I need to get to? 2 is when you create your list for tomorrow today, it frees up your mental mindset, some mental warfare that may go on in the brain that you go, oh, I need to not forget. Someone I used to work with, she called it the 3 a.m. thought. You wake up at 3 a.m. and, oh, shoot, I don't want to forget about. Well, when you create your list at the end of every day for tomorrow, it helps remove those because it helps your brain detach from the business because it's all documented and you're ready for tomorrow. And now I can go focus on life, go focus on family, learning, maybe some entertainment. Whatever you're doing, it allows you to detach from the business instead of just being part of the business all day, every day. It's not healthy to do that. And so removing yourself from the business is important, which may actually stem from a core root cause where you actually identify yourself as the business. For some of you, you need to remove yourself from that thought. You need to separate yourself from the business. The identity of you is separate from the identity of the business. Those are 2 very different things. And if that's where you're at right now, then focus there. I'm in the process of having my own identity separate from the business. Whatever you need to tell yourself there consistently, we call them I am statements that you do twice a day, out loud. So the brain hears it, the ears hear it, senses are engaged, moving you towards where you desire to get to. So those are some of the reasons why creating your list today are so important at the end of the day instead of first thing in the morning. Your brain is still engaged with where your business is at, what you did get accomplished, so focus there and then say, okay, what needs to get done? Now I can go enjoy the rest of my afternoon, my evening, because it's there. I can remove my mind from saying, I'll forget, or I need to go do this. It's all there. And if you do think of something that you remember later on, then go write it on the list and then now it's there. You don't have to keep thinking about it. Have a system in place. Number 6, surround yourself with people who are already where you desire to be. When you look at your circle of friends, the circle of influence you have, the people you surround yourself with, are they where you're at? Are they behind where you're at? Or are they already where you desire to get to? Simple question. Start surrounding yourself with people who are already where you want to be. If you're the greatest and the best in your circle, it's going to be really hard to see things differently, to see things from a different perspective of people who have already achieved where you desire to go. I'll never forget, I walked into one of my mentors' homes 2 years ago now. It was a new home. He had built a $10 million house. And he goes, Hartley, this $10 million house was not built with the wages I make from one business. It was built off the investments I've made from those wages. He owns a handful of different businesses, and what he makes there, he invests in other things, and he lives off of his investments now instead of living off of a wage. And when I realized in that moment 2 years ago is my dreams were not big enough. My dreams elevated to go, oh, Instead of living off of what I make off of a business, owning a business, those kind of things, what will it look like when I'm living off of my investments instead? Which, by the way, builds a whole another level of sustainability and scalability to your own life, my own life. So when I surround myself with people who are probably 2 steps above where I'm at right now, it completely changes my mindset. They think differently. You see, Grant Cardone came out with the book 10X. That was nothing new. It started with something called moonshot style thinking, which has been around for quite some time. You see, people that live that level of life, $100 million type, people a year plus, they think differently. They think differently. My mentors live that life. They think differently. And so when I'm with them, it shifts the way that I think. I listen, I learn. I'm not the one talking all the time. I'm there listening all the time. I remove that I know attitude and I go, man, they are at a level that I've never achieved before. What can I learn? So you may need to reshift who you're surrounding yourself with. And candidly, that means that you may reach out to people that you want to surround yourself with. And, that may take a little bit of time. Start focusing on it today. What needs to get done to surround yourself with people who are in a far different place than you are? They've already achieved what you desire to achieve. Number 7 is, not of the 9 rituals wealthy people do consistently, is they understand when to say no. In fact, they say no more than they say yes. When you look at what you do, how often are you saying yes versus saying no? You see, one of the things that they do consistently with their rituals that wealthy people do, successful people do, is they understand how often they need to say no. And they pinpoint where they say yes. What does that look like for you? How often, what are the things that you should have said no to that you're currently doing right now that you may need to get rid of, that you give yourself excuses for doing instead of taking ownership of the fact that you shouldn't be doing them? Number 8, they understand the numbers of the business. Business owners, wealthy, successful business owners, they understand the math, the numbers of the business. Business is math. And so they understand the scoreboard so they can understand the score. Because if you don't understand the scoreboard, you'll never know where you're at in the game of business. Super critical. So much so that we're going to do a workshop on it. So that way you can understand your numbers of business. Because if you don't, business is math. Write this down if you've never heard this before. Business is math. Marketing is math. When you understand the math and the formulas that go into it, you can understand the end result of the equations. And once you know the answer, now you can go do something with it because you have a better understanding of it. So they know the numbers of their business and they know what needs to change to shift the results. Too many businesses and business owners just focus on the result numbers without focusing on the activity numbers. The results, how many clients you have or revenue you have, those are all results of other things. If those are what you're focused on, then how many sales you had, that's a result of a few other things. When you're just focused on the KPI results, those are what we call lagging indicators. They were the results of. If you're just focused on those, then you'll never truly understand which activity KPIs, key performance indicators, you need to focus on, the critical drivers to properly affect the results. You see, the most successful people in the world understand both the activities and the results and what pinpointed activities must shift to shift the results the way that they intend for them to go. So know the numbers. And number 9, they visualize where they want to be. So visualize where you want to be and then set milestones along the way. It should be part of your daily routine every morning and every night, visualizing where you desire to go get. I'm going to throw in one bonus one. So cash is king. 350 ways to increase it. Y'all, the numbers of business are business is 2 things. It's math, it's numbers, and it's people. When you know the numbers side, the math side, business itself becomes super easy. Then all it is working with the people and inspiring, enrolling them, managing them, all those kind of things, because You want to build a business to work so that way you don't have to. And the easy side of business, because honestly, business is easy. When you understand that business is really easy, it's people that are complex. We are the complex piece of it. So we're going to do a virtual workshop on the 350 strategies to increase the numbers of your business and how to understand what the actual math is in your business, to understand what the scoreboard is, to understand what the scorecard says, so that way you can increase it. If you don't understand the math of your business, you don't know your business. So you got to join us. It's in a few weeks here and we'll record it. So if you want to watch it afterwards, you're more than welcome to do that. All you got to go to is 729.eventbrite.com. All the information's there. It's $24. It's going to be 2 hours, and I guarantee the value. Money back guarantee. If you don't get your investment back in the knowledge and plan that you go create, I'll give you your money right back. Worst thing that has happened is you learned a little bit of stuff and you invested 2 hours into your business for that week. So go to 729.eventbrite.com, get all the information there, sign up, and we'll see you there, where we get to teach you, where I get to teach you the numbers of your business, the math of the business, so that way you can understand how to read the scorecard and move your business forward. The bonus one I mentioned a minute ago, number 10 on the rituals of wealthy people: stop procrastinating. Start taking massive action. It's not just about action. It's about taking massive action. Those that are successful check their ego at the door. They remove I know attitude and they take massive action. Focus on the purpose of the task. If you find yourself procrastinating, focus on the purpose of it. What's the end result I intend to get? What's the purpose of it? Generate excitement around the end result. I cannot wait to achieve blank, blank, and blank. This is why I'm doing it. Even though I may not like this specific task, here's the purpose of it. Break the larger tasks into smaller segments that you can aggressively attack. Go get it. Okay, this may seem audacious right here. Break it into something a little bit smaller and then aggressively attack it. Reward yourself when you accomplish smaller tasks and create consequences for when you don't. Y'all, break these huge things that may feel overwhelming into smaller segments and then aggressively go attack them. Check ego at the door, remove I know attitude, go get it today. Give yourself a reward for when you achieve it. Give yourself a consequence if you don't. And go make the business and life that you desire to have. Show me your daily routine and I can tell you where you will be in 5 years. Your habits determine your level of success. Build the routine your business requires you to have. I'm Dr. Michael Hartley. I'm here to elevate your business and enhance your lifestyle.